Welcome. As you can see, the computer here is still on the logon screen, so I don't have any chat that I can view presently. I just need to redo this whole thing. Redo it all. Stop using that laptop. Just catch all up. So until that thing even logs into Windows, I got nothing. Anyhow, how are y'all doing? I hope you're doing okay. I'll be able to read the chat in maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Cross our fingers that it's not that long. But, geez, you be keeping up with What If? The last one was, what if T'Challa became Star-Lord? Oh, I'll tell you right now, I actually cried at the ending of that What If episode. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. And let's see. Suicide Squad figures coming out. The Shark. I don't know anything about any of those guys. I don't follow DC much at all. I don't hate DC. I'm not like an anti-DC person. It's just I didn't keep up with it. Very familiar with, the main guys, Superman, Batman, etc. Really just Superman, Batman, I guess. But, and I didn't see any of the movies recently. I've seen Aquaman, but I haven't seen any of the Wonder Woman, any of the new Superman movies, any of the new Batman movies. Not since Christopher Nolan and Liam Neeson. That's the last Batman movie I've seen. However long ago that was. So I'm kind of behind the times on DC. Need to catch up with a lot of movies to watch, sounds like. I see there's another New Order or a Black Order figure out now. Approximate Midnight, I think that's who that is, right? Let's see what else. Another repaint of Boba Fett. The reissue of the Mark III assembly from Iron Man 1, where he's working on the figure. I don't know why they're reissuing that. They seem to be reissuing the older Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2 stuff, pardon me. But I was really hoping for a redesign of the Mark III. And I don't know what the purpose of reissuing that Mark III is, the assembly piece, if they're not redesigning the Mark III. So didn't actually look at it to see what the difference was. I just seen it said reissue. And I think the original one was plastic, so it wasn't even the die-cast one originally. So I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet to see what it is. So if you guys can share any information or knowledge you have on that, that'd be nice to know. And let's see, what else? I was wanting to go see that Free Guy movie, the Ryan Reynolds movie. I haven't got around to that yet. And I guess that's about it. What do you guys got? Anything you can share with everybody else that I can't see yet? I got a package here from Giant Toys. I don't remember what it was. Don't remember what it was that I ordered, but it's here. So that's what we're going to be unboxing. On the Silver Surfer figure, instead of using a human hand and gluing it in there, I decided to use the left grasping fist. So not the closed fist, but the open fist. And was able to force it all the way into that blue flame effect, if you remember from last week. Let me show you that. I put the fisted flame effect on the right hand originally, and it seemed to be holding it, and then it just fell off. So I decided I was going to glue one into it, and I was going to use like a regular human hand and possibly paint it silver because I didn't want the human hand to come through. But as I continued to look at it and mess with it, I just came to the conclusion to use the left hand, um, the grasping fist, and I just shoved it in there as far as it would go. I used the needle nose pliers to push it down in there all the way to keep it in there as tight as it would go, and then put it on there, and it seems to be holding it fine. And then I switched this hand over to here, and then I glued the little prong back onto that flame for that flame effect there. So that's where we are on that. I did not put the dust on the figure. I don't know if I will or not, and I definitely won't do it until he has a Detolf to reside in. He definitely needs to be in a Detolf. He definitely needs to be enclosed because he's sticky, and dust will definitely settle on him. So he needs to be, for fact, in an enclosed environment. No doubt about that. So that's where we are on this. Still waiting on windows over here. But he looks great. Glad to have him. The Eternals movie, Phase 5. My goodness. A lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. Exciting times. Yeah, I enjoyed What If the Black Panther T'Challa became Star-Lord. That was good. That was a huge turn of events. You know, Peggy Carter becoming Captain America was, you know, what's that word? They call that paradigm shift, more or less. But Black Panther becoming Star-Lord, holy smokes. Changed the whole universe. Changed the whole universe. And then I guess what they did is they used some pre-recorded audio that Chadwick Boseman had made, perhaps in the other movies or whatever. I don't know exactly, because I don't think it was made while he was still alive. I think they used his digital voice after he passed away to make the show, but it's him. It's definitely him. Sebastian Stan. Sebastian, how you say his name? The again, most people reprise their roles for the cartoon. The What If cartoon. So it's pretty nice watching them. I'm enjoying them. Like I said, at the end of the Black Panther one, I cried. I cried. It actually was available Thursday early morning. So Wednesday night, I was watching it, enjoying it. And I don't remember what this is, to tell you the truth. So my unboxings, I've always tried to make it, as real as possible. I want you to see my initial reaction to something instead of, unboxing it, preparing it, studying it, and then giving you a bona fide, experienced, qualified review because I've already played with it and broke it perhaps. I like doing it all, firsthand. Right here in front of you. AF026 figure CSTM art figures. Is this Crossbones? Is that who the art figures was? No, he was AI doll. What is this figure? I love how Giant Toy packages their stuff. My goodness. The Mercenary. It's Crossbones, isn't it? Is that who this is? So the first Crossbones was quite a disappointment. I had to make some modifications to him and was never finished with him. I changed his pants out to the proper pants because his pants were so far wrong it wasn't even funny. And then they never gave us a chest armor either that he's supposed to have, which is pretty important in regards to whether or not you're talking about the right guy. I like to try to keep this plastic on here if at all possible. It's like I cut it open going through the box. Come on, computer. Ooh, it just went blue screen. I mean, not blue screen of death, but blue screen Windows screen. So now my icons will start loading up, my apps, my programs. Yeah, Crossbones. Yeah. So this one, it looks like they did right when they did this one. I remember when I seen it, I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's what it should have been done the first time. But the first one was AI Doll. And I don't know if this is the same company. They just changed their names, art figures, or if it's a different company doing, revisiting the figure. So their tape's up here. So be mindful of that. Yours might come that way. I'm going to give Giant Toys the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that they have sold me a used figure. I don't know. But the box definitely has wear marks on it here and here. You can see that different shine or luster on the box there. Definitely where it's been scooted along on something, top and the bottom. So I'm assuming that's just manufacturing marks. The box definitely looks very beat up. See a ghosted image of him there on the back. As soon as I set it down, the little tape thing decided to stick to the flat. It was definitely up a second ago. Come on, give me a web browser. So there's an instruction manual. I'll get my other Crossbones up here and we can compare them side by side. Oh, they've got Catherine Janeway coming out and a Dark Side Ray statue, I think, is coming out also. You saw those? So here's the AI figure, AI doll, Crossbones, or the first one, if it's the same company, the first release of this. And like I said, they didn't include the body armor. And I think I remember having to switch out the pants. I think the pants were wrong also. But he was what he is, and best representation that was available. I do like that they had the lace-up boots. That was neat. He seemed to come with a lot of accessories, and they didn't include a head, just the helmet. So you didn't have Frank Castle or oh God, what's his name? The actor underneath there. What's his name? Didn't come with the figure stand either, so I don't have one on him. But he seems to be all right. Let's see if I can get my browser open here and get into YouTube. Boy, we got accessories this time, including the most important piece right there. And what I'm going to do, because all this is black, I'm going to bring the camera to it so you can see it in its place instead of lifting it up, because you're not going to be able to see it through that lens, that plastic cover that was over it. But you may want to be interested in seeing what all is in here, where it's at. And I'll do the same with this. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So let's get him together. Did he really wear this big, huge jacket? So there's the head sculpt. What do you think? Does it look like him? Not bad. Not exactly. I could tell who it's supposed to be. I can tell who it's supposed to be, but it doesn't look exactly like him. I did like that movie, Boss Level, that he did, or Every Day Repeated, like a Groundhog Day movie. See how he looks when we get him together. I mean, this looks very loose. What are you doing, stupid computer? Oh. God. Really? An update. No figure base. I wonder if I should follow the instructions in regards to what goes on where, when, if it actually tells you the order things should go on or not. So this is obviously for holding, I think, the pistol. Obviously, I think. Obviously, I think. Can you see that there? Go back more. Bring this down some. There we go. Shotgun shells. Banana clip. Or whatever the actual name of it is. Got him I think it says it's a Glock 17 on this. And they included the magazine in it. And you can slide it back, which will reveal the round in its stead. I just took the slide off the handle. That's pretty neat. I had never thought about taking it apart. Um, that's pretty neat when you do that, believe it or not. I'm not a gun guy. I mean, I'm not an anti-gun guy. I just don't own any semi-automatic pistols. Not that I wouldn't, I just don't. So I know very little about them. I fired them when I was in the service in boot camp, and that was the extent of that. And in boot camp, in the Navy boot camp, they don't even trust you to load the handgun. You got to shoot it in the firing range, and that was it. And because we had a sister company, meaning there was two companies training at the exact same time, where most companies only had one company training that week. There was two companies training that week. All of our time was split between the second company. Magazines went to the floor. So, needless to say, time in the range and stuff like that was cut in half because it had to be divided by nearly 200 people instead of, you know, the number of people that were in our company. So the weeks where there's only one company in there, you didn't have to split it. But we were in, there's two of us always in everything. So, you done updating over here yet? Find out. I wonder where I have the other helmet, the Hot Toys helmet that came with this. I think it's in the boxes here, little trays. I'm not gonna go digging for it, but I'm curious how that looks compared to the Hot Toys one. Here it is compared to the original release. It's much bigger, totally. Don't know which one would be more accurate. But this figure, after it's all said and done, the only thing I had a problem with it was, truthfully, the missing armor in the front with the big cross on it, you know? Big X. Oh, and I always hated how these pistons would always come out of this cylinder. I constantly having to reattach this entire assembly for his fist there. So this will be interesting to see how this goes. They've shoved the little extra wrist pegs inside this one. These are definitely designed differently. I take that back. Actually appears very similar. Maybe the same piece. That's with this short rod here, which is what always comes out of the cylinder. So we still end up having that struggle. This is sticky, like the glue didn't dry. I mean, the paint didn't dry on it. So the way this goes is you put the arm through here and then put the hand on this side, and then you would put this. There's a grip that goes through the hand that attaches in that hole there that he holds onto the hand, and then this attaches to the second piece here, because this looks just like the other one now that I'm looking at it. So I think AI doll just dropped the AI doll and went art figures. And then this goes in here. And yeah, this rod just isn't long enough to get it to all just be perfect. And they did the same thing again. This is very tight. That's what you'll have. And like I said, the fist will go through here, and there'll be a little grip that it'll hold on to. That's what the other hole in there is for. All right, so now I can check up on chat, see what you guys have been saying. Toy Mafia, how you doing? First one in the group again. You're normally the first one most of the time, 99% of the time. Jake, good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys are as well. Damon Zapp. Yay. Thank you very much. I agree. It is a good way to start your Saturday. Or if you live on the other side of the world, a good way to end your Saturday. Love you guys from the mornings, the afternoons, and the evenings. We have people all over the world that tune in, and I appreciate every one of you spending time with me. Save all Maison, how's it going? This, I hope, is your figure. I know you've told us in the past you stay away from third-party figures, but I could probably pretty much guarantee you Save on Hot Toys will not be making this. Have you looked into this guy yet, Save on? Save on collects the villains. Degrancis. I am doing well, thank you, and I hope I didn't destroy your name there. Not from previous, really? So Chadwick Boseman made that? Oh, that's awesome. That's good news to hear, Savon. Thank you very much. I didn't assume, I just assumed that he passed away before this was even in production and they used his voice digitally, because it totally, he gets credit for it 100% in the What If series, the second episode. So I'm glad to hear that he was able to do the performance for the show. That's amazing, and thank you for clarifying that. That's really good to know. And I swear I'm not kidding you. I just erupted into tears. I was thinking about it now. It's choking me up at the end of the movie. Jeez. Or episode. It's not really a movie, is it? But that it just choked me up. So really good one. Really good one. I think they probably, I don't know. The writers wrote a very good story, and it's quite interesting this path that the universe took from T'Challa becoming Star-Lord. Very interesting path. And wow. That's all I got to say is wow. So he has two grasping fists here, right? For holding something. And then he has these two relaxed palms. That's what I like to call them. are also kind of a grasping thing, but it's definitely the relaxed position of the hands. And he has, looks like two trigger fingers in here also. Let's have a look. Two trigger fingers as well. Or kind of lazy pointing. You. Not you, but you. All right. And let's see. Let me get back catch up on the rest of the chat. Willie Woodson, good morning. What's up with you guys? And I hope everyone is doing good. And Zero, I need a bigger screen. I swear to God, I need to get my other computer in here. For real. Monitor this big. I don't have to worry about squinting to see anything. Zero Garros, good evening to you. Welcome to the channel. Good seeing you guys. Thanks for tuning in. So what I think I'm going to do is start putting them together. I'm not going to take the rest of everything out here until I'm starting to put them together, but here's his vest, which was sorely missing off the first one. I mean, this is nothing like what he wore in the movie. This that they included here. I don't know what the deal was with that. Why they would go through the trouble of fabricating everything and then just give us some off the shelf vest. It just didn't make any sense. It's like they finally just gave up and said, "I'll just throw something in there. Nobody cares." And that couldn't be further from the truth. The reason we collect 1/6 scales because they're so close to the actual pieces. The quality and the detail of them is remarkable. It's about as small as you can get and maintain that quality and detail. They've done a lot with 1/12 recently. Last couple of years, 1/12 has really upped its game. The 6-inch figures have really upped its game in regards to the quality and detail. 1/9 did a pretty good job of keeping up with the 1/6 in regards to quality and detail. However, it's just not an widely manufactured size. 1/9 isn't, which is the 9-inch figures. So 1/6 is 12-inch figures, 1/12 is 6-inch figures, and 1/9 is 9-inch figures. There's a lot of 1/9 figures out there, but your collection is going to be sorely short. If you want a lot of figures, you want to go with 1/12 because you can buy those figures all day long. Everything complete, everything. They make just about everything in 1/12 scale. But 1/6 is the one that gives us the most movie accurate. So when they did this, it's like, why did you just short on that? You know, you made this. You made that. You couldn't make this. You couldn't make this. So here it is now. Oh, and the Shin Guards. They didn't even bother putting them on him. They were wrong, very wrong, totally wrong. So we have two Shin Guards, the back armor, and some other things we'll get to with the instructions. Eternals looks interesting, by the way, that trailer. I remember seeing the first one. Was it a couple months ago? The first Eternals trailer came out. I don't remember, but it's looking pretty exciting. And if you're doing the Replicade video games, Qbert was announced several weeks ago. It's available for pre-order if you're a Qbert fan. So let's see. Place the back segment as shown. So we're talking about the helmet here. Place the back segment as shown. Be careful when masking the front segment to avoid paint fading. And they show the ears and the nose complete as shown. So if you were going to go this route, putting this on here, and I think truthfully, Um, and this doesn't come apart. Just lift it up. There's a little elastic band in there that keeps it on there. I think truthfully, after looking at this likeness of this, I think truthfully I want just the eyes to be seen, in all honesty. So I will be wearing this helmet on him. And I suppose if you want to wear it like that, you could. I'll give a little gentle tug on this elastic strap, putting it on there. And then it fits snug, and you can see his eyes in there. If the light is shining in it, his eyes are definitely coming through that helmet. Looks pretty good. I need to have the lights lower so I can go directly into it instead of them being so high up. I need to redo the whole everything. So putting this helmet on may have been too quick in the assembly. I have to take that off. Find out in a minute. And so now looking at this in the picture, I'm assuming then so it opened up on one side. Well, looks like it might open up on both sides. It will. It'll open up on both sides, so you can just fit it over him. And it went over the helmet. And this definitely appears to go on over it. And this is elastic. So we can get it on there pretty tight, actually. Cinch it right up. Looks good on him. Okay. Lucky save there, huh? Fell right in my hand. So on this image here, you definitely have a lot more of highlighting painted onto the back of that piece of armor here. This one doesn't have much highlighting on it at all. I suppose if you research the film and realize it's supposed to be more defined, I suppose you could throw some paint on there. Detach the front armor, tie up the strap of magazine holster as shown. What is this? This? No. What is this? What are they showing me here? What am I missing? So I'm looking at this, trying to figure out what that is. Attach the front armor, tie up the strap of magazine holsters as shown. I don't quite know what these are. I think these go up on the arms here for holding the magazines. This, I think, is designed to go on his thigh here for the pistol. Not rightly sure. The pistol does fit in it in that manner. Now the computer is not still updating it, so I'm able to read the chats. These look like the magazine holders that they're talking about. And a green belt. So we have these two magazine holders. These are knee pads. And this is magazines and magazine holders and a knife holder and a grenade and the pistols. Whatever this is. Some of you guys may know what this is. I have no idea what this is. It's a something. And here's a something else. Whatever this is. Piece of Velcro on it. So before we put this on, because this looks nothing like that, why don't I turn this fan on? This looks nothing like that. Let's take this off again. See what's going on here. Let's take this helmet off. So it says detach the front armor. Detach the front armor. So this doesn't look like this either. What is this supposed to be? Oh, this is the front armor. So pay attention to how it goes on, because you got to put it back on there, evidently. I'm wondering if all I have to do is just lift the bottom of it up and not the entire thing. Because all they're showing is just down there that it gets attached to the magazine holsters. I remember looking at the footage, and I put all the holsters and everything on him properly as it was in the movie, and I was pleased with at the time what everything was that came with. I thought of these side pieces here, and I may have to compare them with these new pieces, and I may end up going back and forth between the two. If it doesn't look like it's the way it's supposed to compared to the movie, I don't know. We will see. Someplace between all of this, we'll get a better Crossbones than what we had before. Show you those boot comparisons, by the way, as I'm thinking about this. All right, so now let's pay attention to this again. Where am I at? Okay. So I'm not going to remove this. I'm just going to lift up this bottom and have a look at this. Let's see what it's telling me. Detach the front armor, tie up the strap of magazine holster as shown. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this one is not the one they're wanting. This one appears to be a pouch that looks like it goes in this direction. So it must be then this one that we're going to be putting there. And it appears, according to the picture here, that it goes in front of the armor. Right there at the bottom. I'm pretty sure that's the piece that we're dealing with right now. This is probably the most assembling I've ever had to done to a figure that I bought as a figure, not kit bashing. I remember complaining about the what was it, the Mark 41 and the Mark 36, I think, that you had to put stickers on. I was like, come on, I got to put stickers on these. This guy I'm actually assembling. Yeah, it definitely goes over the... So how do we tie it? Literally tie it? I am doing well. Um, Dager Ansis. Dager Ansis. Thank you for asking, you guys. Wonderful. Um, so I will say, every day that goes by, I do less and less missing of my wife, I guess. I'll always miss her, okay? But what I mean is that um, I'm starting to be, how would you say this? I'm starting to be comfortable with her being gone. And that sounds absolutely horrible. But what I mean is, I no longer expect to see her every time I turn around in the house. You know what I mean? I'm actually starting to realize that she's gone and not look forward to seeing her. And I hate that. I really hate that. It doesn't seem fair. I'll never forget her, obviously, never ever stop loving her. But I may go an entire day without even thinking of her. Doesn't that sound mean? It's been 5 months since she passed away. So I hate to say now that it's getting to the point where I don't think of her all the time. Okay, so the clips definitely go in this position here with those straps going straight down. So what I'm trying to figure out is how we're supposed to tie these into this. It doesn't really show. Actually, it kind of does show. Let me put my glasses on so I can look at this closer. Reading glasses. It's funny. As soon as I turned 40, like on my birthday, I needed reading glasses. It was quite unusual. Looks like they just wrap it around a few times. I don't see it tying to anything. I mean, I see it wrapped around the little vents or whatever those little square holes are that are on that. If you can see that or not. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be. It's funny. I'm getting an incoming phone call supposedly from a bank, and they misspelled the bank's name. So yeah, I won't be answering that. It's from your bank, the Blank of America, Flash National Bank. They can leave a voicemail message from Flash National Blank. received a call one time from Flash National Bank, for instance, and I answered the phone, and I said right off the bat, I said, I'm giving you a heads up right now, I will not be confirming anything. I will not be telling you my name, my address, or my account number because you called me. So obviously you have my name, address, and account number. How may I help you? And he hung up. So watch out for those scammers from Flash National Blank. And he left me a voicemail. They've probably, my computer's probably been hacked. They probably need me to give them access to my computer. It's probably what they need. Well, this definitely just hangs on here as such. There's enough cord here to tie it. So I guess I'll give it a little tie. We'll leave it at that. In an hour, I'll see what Flash National Bank wanted. It's probably important that I call them back right now. Funny also, they called at 8 o'clock right on the dot. 8 o'clock on the dot. You ever tried calling your bank? Back in the old days, you'd get through maybe 5-10 minutes. Hell, you may actually answer the phone right off the bat. You try calling your bank now, shoot, you'll be on hold 30-45 minutes. So I'm very surprised that my bank would be calling me. Flash National Bank. Blank. Flash National Blank. Unless I won the lottery last night. But I didn't buy any tickets, so I don't know how the hell I did that. I'll let y'all know next week what Flash National Bank wanted. Blank. Flash National Blank. Put his helmet back on. So I don't think I'll be taking this off again. Might be wrong, but I don't think I am. His little ears stick out the back. Interesting. So now how did this go? Straps in the front and snaps underneath that. Goes right there. Snaps, hooks together. This there's a little piece up there, if you can see that, right here, that it will thread through. If you can see that. Trying to give you a good angle on it. Can't tell if it's coming through on the camera or not. That's where that will thread through. Just think about this for a second. Best way of doing this, right? See if there's any hints in the photograph. Get the glasses again for that. So what it appears that what they've done is thread it up and down and through like you would for any one of these. However, this doesn't look that long to be doing all that. But we will do that. These are my trusty tweezers. See who called my wife's phone. I wonder if Last National Bank called them too. Nope. Junk mail. You guys bank at Flash National Bank also? Bank of America? American Excess? Discover Cart? Capital Oni? Capital On? Chased? USAAA? City Clorp? Yeah. The name spelled wrong on the caller ID. That looks legitimate. All right. No problem threading that through with my little tweezies. Feed it back down the other direction. Got it right in there. Don't want to pull it too tight till I get it, make sure it's in the proper position. Let's get the other side. What is my all-time favorite hot toy? All-time favorite hot toy, just so any of them. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. What I probably should do is look at them all while I'm thinking about that answer. Some came to my mind rather quickly. Um, for instance, Mark 21, specifically, well, I would have to say still the Shanghai edition Mark 21 Chrome, plastic Mark 21 Chrome, still comes to my mind right off the bat, as does the Mark III Secret Project Mark IV gunmetal, and of course the Mark 21 diecast comes to my mind, as well as the Mark 7. Can't go wrong on that Mark 7 at all. The diecast, actually any Mark 7. I don't have any hate for my plastic figures. I do hope that they come out with diecast. I like the Heartbreaker. Um, Huge Spider-Man fan. I've always been. So of course I have a special place in my heart for all of them. I love the Bullet Head Venom. Great piece. Deadpool's fun. So the Venom is made by Bullet Head, not Hot Toys. You asked about Hot Toys specifically, but I love my Bullet Head Venom. Um, see what else comes to my mind right off the bat without having to look at them all. All right, we got that threaded through. Let's see if we got this down at a good height before we tighten it down. Let's see how this snaps in here. I have a feeling it's these little plastic snap. I don't much care for these if they are what I think they are. And they are. Either these work or they don't. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in between it. Either they will work well or they won't, is how that goes down. And what in the world just happened here? Yep. So as I was just about to talk about it, it came apart. So what these are, these little clippies here, and it came apart on the back here. Um, like I said, either they work or they don't. It's these little plastic hook type things. So that's the insert slot, and that's the tab on this side. So you just stick the tab into the slot and press it together, and either they'll stay together or they won't. And as I was pulling this around, it came out of here where it's supposed to be. So they're easy to do. And like I said, either they'll work or they won't. All right, so I got that guy snapped back in. And if I need to loosen it, here's the little straps for doing just that. And looking at how they did these straps here, probably should have done the same thing with those. Instead of these coming over the top, I probably should have threaded them the other direction and had them underneath to make it cleaner. Am I going to rethread it? Probably not. But in yours, it just came undone again. Keep that in mind in your decision as to threading it or not. I mean, threading it over the top or threading it under the bottom. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lift up this armor piece here. So I'm Velcro so I can. Flip it up over his head so I can get to these little pieces here. They go underneath it, but I mean, my thumb and finger are just so large here. I can use that extra room to get tab A into slot B. I'm losing my light. Oh, come on. Why are you being impossible? Taking the helmet off. Flipping this over his head. Taking it off. Jeez. Kept flipping down. I was getting in my light. Why isn't this going in? Did they give me a defective piece? My God. This is making me crazy. What seems to be the problem? It's almost like there's no hole there. There's a hole. Are you kidding me? Tell you what, man. Once this gets in, if it ever comes undone, jeez, I'll be furious. My goodness. There we go. My goodness. So there's these little hoops here that are velcroed. So I'm lifting the hoops open so that I can get the armor piece up to the top of the velcro where it goes. And I'm putting those back on it. Now, to reattach this piece back here, I may have to loosen this strap on it. Let me have a look at it. See if it'll reach. It will. It's tight, so I am going to loosen it just a little bit. There we go. And I can just tighten it back down. Put the glasses on again. They were actually kind of helpful getting it in there. Now let's tighten that strap down. Let's not tighten that strap down. Let's snap this and leave it alone. There we go. Alrighty. Put on the upper segment of the gauntlet as shown, then put the wrist pieces into the hand, and then finally put the spike puncher on. So in case you're curious, again, that's how it goes. So the back hole is where those go into it. These will spin. Because it's actually a piston. So it's designed to, piston in and out, but there's not much pistoning you're doing after it's all said and done. And I don't think there's a left and a right. I think they're pretty universal in that regards. Gosh dang it. Seems to only want to go so far. And it may not even have to be up in there that far. So here's the little hand grips. Let's see what they show in the picture. They show it going through where his thumb is. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to do it the same way they showed in the picture. And then that goes into that first hole there. So we'll position this gauntlet to get that in there. And then this one will go on the other side. Then this goes over this, and on the other one, this was always wider than this, and it is again, which makes it a little difficult to get this on there properly. We'll put the piston into the cylinder first, into the sleeve, then try to get these in their spot. And not bad, I'd say, not bad considering. I tightened up the wrist of the coat. There's a little Velcro strap on here. I just tightened that up. Save on Mason, you gonna get this Crossbones? Take Two Studio, how you doing? Mark 7 is a personal favorite. Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether it's a plastic or the die cast. Truthfully, the die cast one is better. It's differently designed. I'm going to say probably properly designed based off of the movie accuracy. The plastic one appears to not necessarily be exactly movie accurate upon further review of the movie. But you can't go wrong with the plastic one either, and I'm sure they're a lot less expensive than the die-cast ones if you wanted to add one to your collection. And the Mark 21, again, which is, up there in regards to my favorite, is really a Mark 7 just gold painted. And there's three versions of the Mark 21. The original Mark 21, the Shanghai release Chrome Mark 21, and then the die-cast Mark 21, which I was excited to see because I'm hoping that means that they'll make the rest of them. Heartbreaker is another one of my favorite figures. I love my Heartbreaker. A lot of tightness here, which is good. So here's the second one on. All right, so that appears to be everything in the instruction manual. Now we just have to place these based off of how they look on the picture. Okay. So, I remember as I was watching the movie, there are different colored magazine clips and such there. So it doesn't appear that they gave us all that here. Can't tell yet. I'll pull it out and have a look at it. Okay, yeah, there's some colors here. So there's a clip holster, green on the side, on the edges and black on the front and the back. Velcro in the back there to attach it. So three of those. One larger one right there. Velcro on the back. And there's a little bead type lanyard on the bottom of it. All three of them, actually. One little baseball grenade. Two little black magazine clips without rounds in them, just straight black. One silver magazine with no round in it. It's just solid. And 3 longer ones with a round in it. And one of the clips down there, one of the magazines down on the floor down there that I threw earlier, which goes in the handgun. He wears everything. All of this goes on him. None of this is going to go in a drawer. There shouldn't be a drawer with anything, any of his parts in it after it's all said and done. Everything should be on him. Ready for battle. Kind of hated how they disposed of him, though, in Civil War. That was kind of, I didn't much care for that, to tell you the truth. I'd like to see him in the show a little bit longer. I think they took him out too soon. Personally. Goes down at the bottom of the foot. Elastic strap. Velcro. Go around the leg. And that's elastic also. Let's see if they're identical. They appear to be identical. I don't see a left or a right. Actually, the only difference would be how the strap goes on. So if you want to do from the inside out or the outside in, would determine whether you do a left or a right. So how would you do it? Outside in, right? It'd be easier than inside out, right? So if that's the case, then I'm going to assume that this one is on the right leg. I think I'm going to have to put this over the boot first, or take the boot off and thread it down the top. I'm going to try to come over the toe of the boot. That's where I'm going with this. And I imagine this would go to the arch. This strap will, I imagine. These are elastic. Have any of y'all seen Free Guy yet? The Ryan Reynolds movie? I'm curious if it's any good. I do want to go see it. I love Ryan Reynolds. Matter of fact, I bought his aviation gin and really enjoyed that. By the way, if you guys drink, thought it was pretty smooth. Also bought a Belgian coffee maker. Belgian coffee maker. I can't wait to try that out. Evidently, it's quite a process of making coffee with this device, using heat and siphons and pressure, balancing countermeasures. Where's the knee pads? Here we go. And also I'm going to go outside in on this too. Wait a minute. Let's have a look at this. Huh. So interesting. On the left leg, they show it on there like this, top to bottom. On the right leg, they show it like this, top to bottom. So one of them is right and one of them is wrong. And I have on my computer in the other room all of the files, every picture I was able to gather of him assembled here. And sheesh, I don't know which is top or bottom. And there's such a hassle. So what this is a little hook, a tab that goes at that little circle there. So you stretch it around and you snap it in there as such. I don't want to redo this, so I don't want to put it on right and it be the other way. I suppose I could put one on one way and the other one on the other way, and one's going to be right and one's going to be wrong, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Might as well. I'll put it on there like they did. Figure it out later. And we only have to remove one of them, right? These little guys are sharp. Might not want to put those on until you're done. Keep poking myself. Oh, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. I remember where I've seen these before. Some other figure I think has this. Thought it was him, so I looked. And he does not. Oh, he has a similar snap. That's what it is. I remember the snap pieces. That's what it is. In the world? What did I just do? what am I looking at here? I'm I'm looking in disbelief. If you're curious what I'm doing, I'm trying to figure out where my brain went because all of a sudden, where I thought there was a little hooky clip, there's not. I mean, maybe I've lost my damn mind. Okay, so it's just a strap here, right? With this little hooky clip on it, right? There's no freaking hooky clip there. And, I couldn't snap it on, and that's why. And I'm looking at this like, did I break it? But no, there's nothing broken. They just didn't put the little thing on there. So then I'm wondering to myself, then what the hell was I just trying to snap on there? And that's why I'm looking at it in disbelief, thinking, what? How? Guys, I'm not crazy, I don't believe. Swear to God, I was just trying to hook a little clip on there. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't get it on there. And now there's no clip there at all. And it's not like there's a little broken piece on it. It's not like it's literally just a little. And have I lost my mind? Did we just have a shift in the matrix and they screwed something up when they put this together? Was 3 minutes ago, was it really on there? And then as the matrix had their little blip, they built it wrong? WTF, guys. I don't even understand. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. Why was I trying to snap that on there if there wasn't a little hole for it? When you guys figure it out, let me know. Because I don't have any idea. Let's see, we've got some chat here that I've been missing out on. Fun of building IKEA furniture, yeah. Save on, you're not getting Crossbones. Wow. Robert, just a fan. Thank you. Happy Saturday to you, too. Okay, Bash, this weekend I'm doing a Sean Connery from The Rock. Nice. Sir, the late Sir Sean Connery. The Stallone Dread, trying to get a second one. Nice. Have not seen Free Guy yet. Thank you. I think I'm going to try to get out there to see that this weekend. As far as knee pads, picture yourself with those knee pads when you bend your knee. What would look and feel right? It's a good question. I'm just trying to figure out whether the, it's hard to say. But for fact, I should be able to figure it out looking at the pictures in that regards. And I'm not going to put this one on because this one's making me crazy. I don't understand what the hell that is. I really don't. I'm really kind of lost there. You should get the Frank Grillo. Thank you, Frank Grillo, head sculpt, the actor that plays Crossbones. Seen it on eBay. Nice, because, yeah, I don't think this really looks like him that much. But when we get the head sculpt on and all you see are his eyes, okay, I see it in his eyes. There's no doubt about it. Now, if they make a nice Frank Grillo head sculpt, that might be good to put over here, because this didn't come with one at all. This is just this helmet. And I don't know which helmet is even more accurate or whatever. Again, I really am going to spend some time looking at the images. I didn't even know what this was. Half the time I pay for the figures in advance totally, and they just get shipped when they arrive. The other half of the time I put the deposit down on the figures and I pay for it later, and then I have a pretty good idea what's coming. But if I don't have to make a payment on it, then figures just show up sometimes, and I don't even remember what I ordered or when I ordered them. And that was the case with this. But yeah, his eyes are I definitely see Frank Grillo's eyes. And thank you for reminding me his name. I knew it was Frank. I forgot the Grillo part. But it's definitely his eyes, no doubt about that. That's good to see that they're available on eBay. Holes seem to be up. Thank you, Zero Carus. Holes up. So that one's on upside down. I don't work that way. Love that quote from Civil War movie. Which one? Did he say I don't work that way? Is that what he said? Knee pads are tricky. Just buy generic knee pads off eBay. Right? I'm a little upset about this missing clasp on here. Don't understand that at all. Finally saw Godzilla versus Kong. Pretty good. Didn't care for the people talking parts. The people talking ruined the movie. In the movie, the ones in the movie, not the ones in the audience. The ones in the movie ruined the movie. You want to see more Godzilla versus Kong and not so much talking? Is that what you were saying? I've been hearing some smack about the new Space Jam with LeBron James, and I really want to look at a movie myself and give a good response to it. And everyone's just saying it was bad, 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 bad. And so I started watching it, and the very, very, very beginning when he was with his mother, I thought that was poorly done. It wasn't believable. It was just, ugh. It was poorly done. Whatever they were trying to show, I didn't believe it. It just wasn't working. But then it got good with LeBron and his sons. And I don't know if they're really his kids in real life or if they were just actors. I don't have any idea. But I was enjoying that. And then they got to their digitized part and the cartoon portion of it, and the movie just went, bah! It crashed bad, and I didn't even watch much of it after that. It really was bad. So I'm sorry to say that, and that's my opinion. But as I was watching the movie, like I said, the live action part with LeBron and his family seemed well done, seemed believable. I was enjoying it, and then when he got entered into Toonville, it just tanked instantly. So I didn't see the whole movie, and I'm not interested to watch the rest of it, actually. I did start watching Game of Thrones. My God, what an enthralling movie or television series. I'm almost done with season 1. I understand it has the same problem that the Lost television series experienced in the end, where it was almost as if whoever wrote the last season of Lost had no idea what the show was about. Kind of like, Kathleen Kennedy in Star Wars. She was put in charge of Star Wars, but never watched the Star Wars, it seemed. She didn't understand what it was about. So I'm not looking forward to the end of Game of Thrones because I understand it's bad. But, man, I tell you what, I've been quite impressed with that first season so far. Definitely starting to like some characters and hate some characters, and some shocking things happen in it. Quite shocking. Quite interesting story. Very interesting. I wished I had watched it earlier. My wife and I had talked several times about watching it. Never got around to it. She would have enjoyed it. She would have really enjoyed that. I'm sorry that she never got a chance to see it. Hopefully she's up there watching it now in heaven, right? There's the problem with the other one. It broke. Because now I just broke this one. Now I know I didn't lose my mind. I broke the gosh darn thing. Well, well, well. Yeah, at least I got one strap on there holding it on, right? Sheesh. What I will do is I'm going to turn you guys loose. I'm going to take all of this to my computer, figure out where everything goes. I'm going to try to figure out what the hell to do with this. And I'll give you all an update next week. I've kept you guys for 2 hours. I love every one of you. Appreciate you guys spending your time with me. This has actually been quite fun building this character. A little bit frustrating, but fun. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up. If you wish to donate to my cause, www.patreon.com/Siri Emerald, SIRIEMERALD. Throw me $1 a month if you can afford it. If you can't, not going to hurt my feelings if you don't. Love every one of y'all that have contributed. You guys, you Patreon supporters that are tipping me with your $1 a month or so. Some of you are very generous. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really do. And like I said, if you don't have it to send my way, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm going to love you I'm going to love you nonetheless, no matter. Just enjoy talking with you guys. Let's catch up on the rest of the chat here. Jay Beats, how you doing? Billy does Crossbones here. He is a lot. He's got a lot going on. I don't know if you can see it all here. The camera is showing everything. But there's a lot going on that gets put on him, as you can see with the original Crossbones, with all the little things that are around him. So that's why I'm going to go research it and do it. I didn't know what this was that came to me. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't have done the research as it is. I always forget to do the research on the figure I'm about to unbox. I have no idea why. What does everyone think of the War Story Fighting Queen? I love her. I bought 2 of them. I've got one on display, and I did that because I was going to display different head features, because I think you have 3 versions. You have the head with nothing because there's a hood, and then you have the head which partially done, and then you have the full-on Venom style head. And so I bought 2 of them because I wanted to display her in both of those ways. Space Jam 3 with R. I tell you, man, I'm quite impressed with Game of Thrones. And I loved Lord of the Rings, and I loved Harry Potter. And I'll tell you why I loved Harry Potter specifically. Because when you watch the first movie, and you're absolutely certain you know who the bad guy is, who the good guy is, and what the story is. You watch the second movie, everything you knew about those people is wrong. You watch the third movie, everything you knew about those people was wrong in the second movie. And they do that all the way up, even to the end. So just as you think you know what's going on, the next movie comes out, they're like, yeah, everything that we told you, that's wrong. This is the truth. So this is what's really going on, and this is why this person's really doing that, and this is why that person's really doing this. And it makes it quite an interesting story that progresses along through all 8 movies or whatever it was for Harry Potter. I see 1/6 knee pads with wraparound cloth instead of straps seems better. On eBay, I guess. Toy Mafia, thanks, man. Take care. Next time, baby. Love you, man. Be well, be safe, stay happy, have a great week. Thanks, Robert. Did I watch the TV show Kingdom with Frank Grillo? I don't remember. I did watch Boss Level, though. And that was cool, where he had to keep redoing the day over again. And he kept dying until he got it perfect. That was cool. I really liked that. That was really good. Other great dreams. Thank you, Jake, very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. And so I want to cut y'all loose. I'll see y'all next week, and we'll continue on with this. He'll be put together. I plan to have him put together and be able to just show you what I did and what I fixed and what I broke even more so of. So thanks, guys. Peace. Love y'all. See you on the next video.